Hey, Dan Survives Live here. If you're new to Icarus, the early game can be brutal. It's way too easy to waste tech points or spend hours running back and forth grinding. And yeah, Icarus is a grindy game, and that's just how it is. So today I've got 5 tips so you don't get stuck early before the game gets good. So here's tip number 1. Save your blueprint points. Only unlock stuff that unlocks more stuff. Things you need, not just things you want. Because if you start spending points on random upgrades too early, you can basically soft lock your progression and end up grinding levels later just to unlock the important stuff. Spend points like you're broke, because early game you basically are, and you're going to wish that you hadn't. Wait until you have a surplus of blueprint points before you start buying things that you don't necessarily need. If you're unsure about what to unlock, you can always check in your prospector guide under items and just search some of the end game items that you may want, such as the electric deep ore mining drill. It'll list the things you need in the recipe for that blueprint. For example, carbon fiber or electronic, and then you can kind of go through the tier list and find what you need. So tip number 2 is the small bag trick. So you'll see here I'm severely overweight while out on this ore run. So if I open the inventory on one of these small leather bags, transfer all this iron ore into it, you'll see the weight comes out of my inventory and then into the bag. Sometimes this doesn't work, but you just have to hit sort and it'll all transfer over to the bag, and you can carry as many of these bags as you'd like. This trick comes in very handy while you're running around to your deep ore drills, gathering up all your resources. Small bags are crafted at the textiles bench. They're just rope, leather, and some iron nails. You unlock them in the tech tree once you are tier 2 through the textiles bench. This pretty much gives you next to unlimited inventory space. Brings us to tip number 3, the advanced deep mining ore scanner. This allows you to pinpoint an exact location on a deep ore, such as copper, iron, or gold. You should focus on those first, because once you hit electronics, those materials turn into a huge bottleneck and you will need lots of them. To get the advanced deep ore mining radar, it's one of the items purchased in the workshop. It's under gadgets and it's just right here. So it costs you a total of 750 Ren to have this item dropped. Once your caves are empty, you're going to end up running around looking for specific deep ores. This will allow you to pinpoint exactly where they are. To show you quickly how it works here, I'm searching for copper ore specifically. And there is my copper ore deposit. Tip number 4, get a mount as soon as possible. The mounts open up the map a lot more, and they make it a lot easier to travel a long distance, survive a night, and come home. I generally like to keep a small base inside of my mount when I leave, as that'll allow me quickly throw up a shelter to brave a storm or a night. I prefer the Tyrannus mount off the hop because it's a balance between the Moa and the Buffalo. The Buffalo can carry more, the Moa can move faster, but the Tyrannus is in the middle. You still have enough inventory slots to carry a small base if you need to throw up a base to brave a storm or spend the night. You will not survive going to the winter biome or desert even without one. They allow you to quickly escape, bring more resources home, and bring a base with you. Tip number 5 is going to be build your base near running water. My preferred first source of electricity is going to be the water wheel, and you can't just place the water wheel in any source of water. It has to be in running water like this. Yes, you can build next to a lake for drinking water, but if the water is not moving, you cannot place the water wheel, and it is very picky on where that is. Don't die out there. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.